Chapter 3. Immortal Parasite. There is no blood, no wound. Nothing escapes my flesh. And with a terrified, crushed face, the man crawls back. The warm barrel of the gun rests inside my palm, and plumes of faint smoke sprawl into turquoise-filtered light. Man asks how I tell of my destiny that I am a parasite, that stomach is empty, and the consequence of such is an insatiable appetite. My words confuse the poor soul. It does not matter. I make him strip so that I may see the body in its element. He shivers and raises his hands above his head. A marvel, the parasite tells me with glee. Such a deformed abomination of extremities, hair, cells, and fluids, all wrapped up in a dying revolution. The answer is not philosophical, nor does it adhere to moral reasoning. It simply wishes to see the process play out and know that the hive experienced it. I say that it has died countless times, and such an experience is only unique down to the minute details. The force of gravity, the posture of the body, the DNA interwoven inside the man, the sound waves as he falls to the floor. The parasite does not divulge more. I know it grows weary of my shared existence, something that should have been snuffed out by now. I am resilient. The soul is comprised of multiples. I wonder, do those words apply to me and the parasite or the hive? There can be no duality in this. Epiphenomenalism likened the conscious mind to a train, a silly comparison and a product of its time. The technology of humans and their concepts of sentience always skip hand in hand, heading toward perceived evolution. How deluded we have all been to experience so little with such short lifespans, and how important many of us have thought we are. Consciousness parallels no technology, for the latter is a concept. Another distraction for the offspring of a tenacious, bored mind. The juxtaposition of the hive's mentality exceeds my capacity. I was born limited, constrained by the morsels of the matter I am, but this parasite, it can be all, and maybe even more. However, it does not wish to share the throne, and the more it consumes, the more I starve, sharing pleasures through sensory hallucinations, a vicarious placebo. In the distance, the fluorescent child stamps her form in the ray of light. Her traumatized eyes look at me. I begin a journey in her direction once more. The ground rumbles as brief interludes of screaming blazes evaporate trees and buildings. My eyes see further than before, past the two-dimensional illusion that once impeded them. No longer does that which lies on the horizon appear as if it were flat. I am riding the coattails of ascension. Visible decay no longer extends only to structures of inquisitive hands. Now bodies litter the road. Each of the dead is inspected, flesh contorted into unsavory displays. Bones peek from cloth and black sludge, the gravel and grass drunk on human essence. Before I pass the massacre, the parasite halts my being. There is a woman, hair strewn over her gaunt face, lips blue and pursed slightly. She's faking death, lying in a hill of the deceased, her left arm buried amongst exposed internal anatomy for authenticity's sake. She is the quintessence, the parasite whispers. Of what, I wonder? She is still, and we look at her in admiration, a pale imitation of the stone monuments erected by those with slave moralities, or those with master moralities. Her atoms betray her. The quantum fleets like the wicket that stands on trial against the ultimate moral arbiter. We edge closer, and her charade breaks. The woman recedes from the clambering of desperate dead covered in that which makes them function. She slithers into the shade with a harrowed turmoil that gnashes its teeth as if it bathed in the eternal molten ocean of a tyrannical deity's hellscape. She does not fear us. This woman is desensitized to the nudity and gore paraded around in the final of wars. Her head turns towards our destination. The mandible of her jaw ripples with a clenching of teeth, and thin skin hugs the contours of dramatic features. She asks if I have seen the child, and we nod. With that, a warning is issued. There is no innocence in decay, and nothing is more unvirtuous than that which still holds life amongst it. Vascular hands and feet lift with visible ligaments like the open top of a piano during a concerto. She returns to the cesspool of guts and limbs with closing eyes and a faint smile. Even the damned must bond.